Good morning and welcome to Leon County Today with Sheriff Walt McNeil. And Sheriff, you know, a lot of these episodes, we talk a lot about violent crime and how to bring those numbers down, which of course is very important. But there's a wide range of crimes that we investigate.
Oh, absolutely. You know, the fact of the matter is, how do we keep our community safe? And the best way we do that is communication. And one of the things we know is happening in our community is retail theft. And in fact, retail theft often is where people get started. Some kids get started by doing the car bingo, as I call it, and others get started by retail theft, going into department stores or convenience stores or wherever they may be and steal things.
Right.
And it makes a huge impact on our community. We, the taxpayers, have to pay for that because those businesses turn around and they put that cost back to us. And so it's imperative on us and Leon County in law enforcement to do everything we can to protect those businesses. And that requires businesses working with us. And that's one of the things I'm so satisfied with is the ability our deputies have to work cooperatively with our business community.
And today we're going to be talking with one of our sergeants as it relates to how we investigate these types of crimes. We see a lot, the big box stores are targeted. We post to our social media a lot, surveillance footage, but there really is a calculated approach, and we can be vigilant as citizens. Oh,
absolutely. We're using and leveraging technology in every aspect of doing the job. We also are counting on those retail facilities or businesses to assist us in providing videotapes to us. If you're out there and you're in one of these stores, you know they got videos, and we're going to get those videos to get these folks off our streets. And again, it's all about the partnerships. I can't impress upon our citizens enough. If you're out there, businesses, you see something that's unusual in a business, let that business know and/or let law enforcement know, or both. Because it's all about us keeping our community safe.
Yeah, and so today we're going to be talking about what we've called a retail theft roundup. Our investigators have worked really hard to really go after some of these folks, especially those repeat offenders.
Yeah, I am proud of our coordination. We have looked at the issue. We've done our research and our studies, and we've gone out. We know who some of these people are, and we have a concerted effort to go out there and get them off the streets so that our businesses can, in fact, continue to flourish. And in doing so, it keeps our economy growing. And that's what this is all about, building this economy in Leon County.
Absolutely. Well, you want to be able to stick around. This is a full show today. We're talking to our detectives about retail thefts and our roundup. Stay tuned.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Crime Prevention Specialist Brandon Ortiz with the Leon County Sheriff's Office with your Crime Tip Tuesday.
Be aware of scammers that may try to exploit natural disaster damages to rip off Floridians through contractor fraud, debris removal scams, and price gouging. Watch out for unsolicited offers or contractors claiming to perform repairs at a discount with leftover supplies from another job. Check to see if a company is properly licensed, insured, and if there are any consumer complaints filed against a licensed contractor at myfloridalicense.com. Never pay the full amount of a repair expense up front and hesitate before providing large deposits. Read the entire contract, including the fine print, before signing to ensure it includes the required buyer's right to cancel language. Understand penalties that may be imposed for cancellation. Do not feel pressured by the contractors to sign a contract, a certificate of completion, or make the final payment until you are satisfied with the work performed.
That's a crime tip. Have a great day.
Start your new career as a corrections officer at one of the state's most innovative agencies, the Leon County Sheriff's Office.
When I left the academy, my training never stopped.
Work with state-of-the-art technology.
You can make a lot of money at a very young age.
Starting pay is $50,000 a year with amazing benefits.
Firearms, taser, driving training.
A better work-life balance with more time off.
They're going to sponsor you through the academy and pay you while you're there.
Join the family. Apply today at leoncountyso.com.
In today's society,
kindness can sometimes feel hard to find.
Like a purple unicorn.
Road rage can accelerate quickly.
And gun violence
has taken our loved ones.
But we can all work to tip the scales of kindness.
Spread kindness.
Difunde amabilidad.
Spread kindness.
So let's go all in
and spread kindness.
Welcome back. Joining me now is Sergeant Dave Teems. Dave, tell us about your great career here at the Leon County Sheriff's Office.
Well, I've just started my 21st year here at the Sheriff's Office.
Congratulations.
Thanks, I appreciate that. You know what? I've done a lot of everything. It would take up way too much time to do it here, but a little bit of everything, including being your PIO at one point in time.
I remember those days fondly, man. Tell us about what's going on with retail thefts in our community.
Absolutely. You know, retail theft is a big issue. We're seeing a lot of it. Patrol responds to sometimes multiple a day, and definitely several during the week, whether it be box stores or even local stores. We're seeing a good bit of it.
Now, what kind of trends are we seeing with respect to the box stores or department stores or those local 7-Elevens? What kind of trends are we seeing?
So nationally, which always ends up trickling down at some point, we're seeing brazen walkouts. People will go in, they'll fill buggies up with stuff, they walk out of them, and they don't care if someone's trying to stop them. They kind of realize what some of the store's rules have. They target those stores specifically, take off with items, and then a lot of times we see those items sold at a discount on online platforms. Locally, a lot of what we're seeing has to do with underringing at different places. If there's a self-checkout, they'll either scan 2 items at the same time and one of them doesn't go through with the UPC code, or even just change the price code. We're seeing a lot of that as well.
So you're saying that some of the technology and some of the changes that the businesses have made is giving access to crime in our community for retail theft.
Absolutely. You know, sometimes with the good comes the bad.
Tell us about, I understand that we have a Roundup coming up. Give us some details about how we're going about that and who's involved in the retail theft Roundup.
So as part of what we've been doing over the last little bit, the detectives are working hard. You know, whenever retail stores get with us and they put things together, over the last few months, we've actually been able to put together 21 arrests on separate individuals, and out of those, we've had 148 charges. So obviously, there's multiple theft charges. I know I just got off the road not too long ago. We arrested a guy that had 6 open warrants for retail theft.
Wow.
And we caught him because he was doing another. On top of that, it's not just a local issue. These guys are doing stuff regionally, whether it be South Georgia, Gadsden County, we're seeing some charges in, and even as far south as South Florida. But locally, they were responsible for about $17,000 worth of theft over just a few months.
Now, this is a ring we're talking about?
No, those are just individuals, people that they get involved. They just decide for whatever reason. I know in some cases it may be residentially challenged people that they feel like this is the only way they can do it. You know, we always try with those to make sure that our host unit always follows up with them with whatever we can do. So I haven't seen a specific ring, or we haven't seen a specific ring come through, but we have seen individuals that are learning from national trends to kind of do some of that.
Okay, so what are we doing with our businesses? Is there any kind of coordination we're doing with our local businesses in particular?
Absolutely. So we work with all of our big box stores. The biggest thing is the technology they can provide us. You know, as everything tends to grow, both sides get smarter. You know, you've seen it over your career.
Oh, yeah.
The stores start doing something, or we start doing something different, the criminals start to change to adapt to that. So we try to work with them to keep them on the latest edge of technology. You know, I know that without giving away too many of our secrets that we use, some of the bigger box stores have been adding certain technologies around that really help us identify who these people are, and that's why we've been so successful lately. You know, we can't do this without our business partners, without our community partners.
Yeah, absolutely. Dave, what are some of the penalties? I know we just did the Roundup and all those things, but what are the penalties these folks are looking at when they're captured committing these crimes?
So on a first offense, you know, we try to work with first offenders and give them civil citations, which is just, it's something other than having to go to jail. They're still in the system, but as long as they can complete those and it's their one-time mistake, it can be washed out. But on a misdemeanor first offense, you're looking at up to a year in jail and a $1,000 fine. And then you've got all the way up to, on the largest scale that you have, up to 30 years in jail and a $10,000 fine. And then obviously anytime, even if it's a misdemeanor charge in the beginning, as you continue and compound to do it, you're going to get added charges and added sentencing.
Yeah, we're going to get more into that in just a minute, because the work you and your team are doing is fantastic. And I know the coordination, again, with those local businesses is key to our being successful in what we're doing. So thanks, Dave. Still ahead, the simple things local businesses can do to help protect their property. Stay tuned.
The Leon County Sheriff's Office is the proud recipient of the 2023 International Association of Chiefs of Police SIMSI Leadership in Law Enforcement Research Award for their groundbreaking work on the anatomy of a homicide research project. This award recognizes law enforcement agencies that demonstrate excellence in conducting and using research to improve police operations and public safety. The Anatomy of a Homicide research project, a commitment to understanding crime, developing strategies based on evidence, and ultimately shaping a safer Leon County. Congratulations to Sheriff Walt McNeil and the dedicated team at the Leon County Sheriff's Office for setting the standard in law enforcement research.
In times of stress such as quarantine, what goes on behind closed doors can be terrifying. But you don't have to suffer in silence. Help is here. Love is not controlling. Love is not frightening. And love is not violent. Love is respect. If you need assistance or just want to talk, we are here. In Florida, call the Domestic Abuse Hotline at 800-500-1119 to speak to someone in your area. Or for more information, email the Domestic Violence Coordinating Council at dvcctally@gmail.com.
We're back with Sergeant Dave Teems talking about retail thefts in our area. Dave, you know, this is a significant problem in our community. Talk about how our businesses and I can work together to get these things brought to the light.
Absolutely. So the biggest thing is obviously patrol is our first line, everything that we do. You know, our guys and girls go out every day. They stop in and check on businesses. They run through the parking lots looking for stuff. If you see one of them, stop and talk to them. If they come in the store, if you see them in the lot, let them know the problems that you're having, things that you're seeing, so that we can kind of stay up to date on those as well. You know, when we work every day and try to get all that done, I mean, it's a good communication, as you talked about earlier. All of us working together and all of us trying to make it work. So making sure that that information makes it from that store to the detectives that are working the case, so that, you know, the same guy that drove across town that did something over on the west side of town that's doing the same thing on the east, just making sure that we're having that done.
Okay. Don't give away any of our secrets, but tell us some of the strategies we utilize to go out there and get these folks that are involved.
Absolutely. So we talked about patrol. That's the first line. Those are the guys and girls that run every day. They're out there seeing what's going on, who's in the parking lots normally, seeing a stray car that's not supposed to be there, getting out with those people. And as you can see from our social media, our guys and girls do a great job of that. It's hard to catch all of them, which is why we have detectives. And the detectives work with witnesses, whatever technology, and I'll leave it as vague as that with the technology. But working with technology and just making sure that we're seeing as much as we possibly can. And, you know, we all are in this together. So we talk with all of our detectives, our analysts, everybody kind of works on this together to make sure that it works.
You know how important real-time crime is to me and to us. But talk about the analysts. How do the analysts assist us in this effort?
So specifically, the property crimes unit that I'm in charge of, we have an analyst named Ethan. Ethan is in and out of our office. He works over in the analyst bay, but he comes over and he does a fantastic job coming through, making sure that if two detectives have two separate cases, he's able to see how those kind of come across, using the technology that we get and adding it to technology that we're using at the sheriff's office, just to kind of see what we can put together and make sure that we can continue to solve cases.
Now, these thefts, they're impacting all across our community. What is the ripple effect that's taking place with respect to these crimes?
So knowing you might ask a question like that, I went and did some research. We're being told that nationally there's 500,000, more than 500,000 instances of shoplifting every day in the United States. And that's accounting for $35 million daily in the country. 35 million?
Million.
That's a lot. And obviously businesses are in business to make money. So there's only one person that's going to continue to pay that, and that's going to be us. You know, as they continue to kind of deal with every day, they're going to build that into what they end up charging us every day. So literally, when someone goes to one of these big box stores and they steal something, eventually in the next, you know, probably the next month or so, that cost may go up so that they can help to afford to pay for that stuff.
Now, what are some of the, you know, we talked one of our other stories about our investigators, and we looked at check fraud and those kind of things. Are we seeing? You talked about at the point where they're paying at the checkouts. Are there other efforts that the criminals are making that involve citizens with checks or checkouts or things like that?
So we have seen a scam that's popped up recently that I know Financial Crimes is working. And it's a cash out scam where when they go into a big box store, they bring up a couple $1,000s worth of items. They're able to hit a button on the machine that they know to hit with a certain type of card that they're using. It makes an inexperienced cashier look like everything's been paid for, and they let them walk out with the items. like I said, whenever we do something, they always keep up somehow.
Yeah. Now, how many staff do we have working these retail thefts?
Well, we have currently 4 detectives in the property crimes unit. We also get some help from financial crimes. Whenever that pops up, there's a few detectives in there. Patrol's obviously going to be a part of that because they're the ones that are, when theft is in progress and the suspect is still on scene, it really is a group effort with everybody involved, just with sworn and non-sworn. You know, it's all that technology put together.
Real quickly, what can our citizens do to help?
You know, the biggest thing I think they can do is get up with our community and media relations group. They have someone that can come out and do a survey and really help them put their stuff together.
Well, Dave, once again, I certainly appreciate the great job you do in your team, and you're certainly making a big impact in our community. Thank you for a job well done. Coming up in our Deputy on Duty, from the Marines to corrections, and now law enforcement. Stay tuned.
At the Florida Sheriff's Association, we are able to serve our sheriffs and Floridians thanks to our member support. The FSA Member Perks program was created to give back to our members for all that they do. Members enjoy savings on restaurants, vacations, golf courses, car rentals, healthcare, movie tickets, theme parks, online shopping, and more. With over 300,000 offers, you'll always find ways to save. To learn more or to join the Florida Sheriff's Association, visit fsamemberperks.org.
On this episode of Deputy on Duty, we're guiding you through one man's journey from a Marine Corps veteran to correctional officer to deputy sheriff.
My name is Deputy Philip Pepper with the Leon County Sheriff's Office. I'm currently assigned to uniform patrol on the recruit level.
Before transitioning to law enforcement, Recruit Deputy Pepper had a tenure of about 2.5 years at the Leon County Detention Facility and also served in the United States military.
I am a Marine Corps veteran. I got out in 2008, was in the infantry, and when I got out, I wanted to continue some type of service to my community.
Since leaving the military, Deputy Pepper has continued serving his community by volunteering and participating in community events and choosing a career of service at the Leon County Detention Facility and Sheriff's Office.
You have to be assertive, firm but fair, with an emphasis on fair to gain their respect.
Coming from the detention facility to law enforcement, Pepper expresses gratitude for the valuable skills he learned during his time there.
A lot of the skills that I've learned, a lot of the experience that I learned from the detention facility came in handy. Even during my FTO phase, I ran into a lot of gentlemen that I've seen formerly incarcerated at the facility, helped me out as far as my rapport, but mainly the main thing I learned from there is how to speak to people. You can definitely de-escalate a lot of situations that would not otherwise come out good by just talking to them.
Our field training deputies support our recruits throughout their training journey, ensuring they are well prepared to hit the road and eventually transition to independent work.
Typical day is basically just learning and more learning, observing my FTOs and how they do things on the road, doing it the right way. Been very blessed, even from the correction side. Up until now, to have some very, very good, knowledgeable, passionate FTOs.
Passion for this field of work is crucial for effectively serving the residents of Leon County and always having a clear purpose.
My why, just remembering why I'm doing this, and again, that the people expect quality service. And you have to remind yourself every day why you're doing it. We serve the people.
Recruit Pepper has aspired to become a deputy ever since his grade school days, when he crossed paths with his now retired school resource deputy, Deputy Marvin Foran.
He's always been a person that I looked up to, and he was one of the ones that actually put the sheriff's office in the back of my head, like, hey, one day I want to maybe consider a career with the sheriff's office.
Whether you're considering a transition from corrections to law enforcement or embarking on a new career in law enforcement altogether, Pepper provides insightful advice.
Be open-minded and be willing to learn, be humble, and understand that this is a people-oriented profession. You deal with people all the time.
Knowing that being a law enforcement officer is a people-oriented profession, Recruit Pepper explains what being all in is.
Basically, an all-encompassing effort to make our communities safe, with local leaders, churches, if you will. But again, it's not just law enforcement, because we can't do this job alone. We need the people's help.
To learn more about how you can jumpstart your career at the Leon County Sheriff's Office, visit our website, leoncountyso.com. For Leon County Today, I'm Shonda Knight.
Start your new career as a corrections officer at one of the state's most innovative agencies, the Leon County Sheriff's Office.
When I left the academy, my training never stopped.
Work with state-of-the-art technology.
You can make a lot of money at a very young age.
Starting pay is $50,000 a year with amazing benefits.
Firearms, taser, driving training.
A better work-life balance with more time off.
They're going to sponsor you through the academy and pay you while you're there.
Join the family. Apply today at leoncountyso.com.
In today's society,
kindness can sometimes feel hard to find.
Like a purple unicorn.
Road rage can accelerate quickly.
And gun violence
has taken our loved ones.
But we can all work to tip the scales of kindness.
Spread kindness.
Difunde amabilidad.
Spread kindness.
So let's go, all in.
And spread kindness.
Download the Leon County Sheriff's Office mobile app right now. Our mobile app makes it easier than ever to report a crime and get important safety alerts. You can also see who's been booked at the Leon County Detention Facility and follow reported crimes in your neighborhood, all in one convenient location in the palm of your hands. Download LCSO Connect right now. It's free in the Apple App Store and Google Play by searching LCSO Connect.
Welcome back to Leon County Today with Sheriff Walt McNeil. Sheriff, I'm hearing the passion coming from our recruit who's really run the gamut as it relates to public service.
Yeah, that's pretty unique. We've had, like myself, I came from TPD, went to corrections, what have you, but coming from Marines, corrections, and now law enforcement, that's different.
It
and
is.
Obviously the Marine background gives him a tremendously great insight into public service and esprit de corps.
Right.
And being in corrections, we also often say about corrections that that's a place you have to learn to talk to people. You don't have a weapon with you. So he's going to bring some really unique skills to Road Patrol.
Yeah, our recruiters do a great job bringing in these quality individuals.
I have been really impressed. We're probably only about 12 or so deputies down, and probably somewhere near 20 or so in corrections. We're going from 50 or so some time ago, so our recruiters doing a great job. I love what we're doing. We just got to keep that going.
Right, and then the retail theft roundup, our detectives are doing a great job of getting these folks off the streets.
Very impressed, and if you're out there listening to our program here today, please do everything you can. When you see somebody out there doing something, say something to us, because it's impacting all of us. These retail thefts hit us in the pocket as well as the merchants. So we need all of us pitched in, being all in.
All in indeed. All right, well, we want to thank you all for joining us for another episode. We'll see you back here next week.